Good evening, Guitarcherist here. Today I'm going to be talking about the Kingston, and forgive it being backwards, Classic Guitar Pro Line, model number V2. This was my very first guitar. I felt the need to do a review on this one because I did a review on my first bow, and I figured, why not? I'll do one on my first guitar. Now, that said, a lot of you might not be looking for an old guitar. Fair enough. Some of you, which this review will pertain to pretty much, is you're looking for something to try guitar with, but you're not sure how much you want to spend or don't spend or whatever. This was given to me from a family member. It was something that belonged to her dad. She got it, wasn't using it, and when I finally decided, after a whole life of wanting to play, being inspired by friends of mine that did play, to finally just pick it up, because now I had people that could show me how to play and teach me some things, I finally got my hands on one. She said, "Oh, you want to play? I got one. Might need some fixing up." My parents made the investment. They got this one fixed up. It was a little less than a new guitar at the time. Actually, I should say a lot less. I think it was around $150 for the whole repair. It needed quite a bit of work, but I would definitely say that we've gotten more than $150 worth of use out of this thing 18 years later. I have played shows with this before. I got a little Dean Markley pickup in it one time, because this is just a standard acoustic dreadnought body guitar. Dreadnought meaning there's no cutaway. It's just flat right there. This is not what I would recommend for gigs and auditions and whatever. If you're trying to go pro, or trying to get yourself out there, if it's all you can get your hands on, then obviously you do what you do. But this is a great kind of thing for the beginner, for the person who either doesn't know if they want to play, or if they're sure they want to play but they don't have a lot of time devoted to practicing, things like that. Secondhand guitar, way to go. Family member got me hooked up with this one. I have buddies that have gotten some really great deals on Craigslist or eBay. You can find guitars that are decent for inexpensive. This is what I learned on. This is where I learned my chords, my finger positions. I learned my box scales on this. I kind of flubbed that up, but I learned all my basics on this guitar. Everything that I'm able to apply to learning new things now, I all learned, or was able to build from, by learning the basics on this secondhand or hand-me-down guitar. And as a silly teenager, I added stickers on there, and because I love America and I love God and all that sort of stuff. Now, this being an older guitar, this is much older than I am. This is a guitar that is well advanced in years, even beyond me, and I'm 33. You see how some of the trim has come off, and there's separate, some self-done repairs here. So I mean, is the thing perfect? Is it pristine? No. But is it usable, and was I able to learn on it? Yes. Now, little caveat. The space between the strings and the fretboard, the part that you push the string to change the string sound, that's called your action. Now, because my parents were willing to spring for the repairs at the music store in Brandon that we went to, at the time it was Royden Music, they did repairs. The action got set pretty nice on this. So this was decent to play. I was able to play it without having to put too much force or effort into pushing down the strings to get the notes to sound right in conjunction together for a chord. You know, I was able to get my box scales down. Now, as far as sound goes, it's a little on the twangy side as I've matured in my ability to play and my desire to have something that's very versatile and can play different styles. This, I dare say, would be a great little country guitar if you're into country. An old Kingston might do you real nice. But regardless of your style, regardless of what you want to play, this was a great starter guitar. It was inexpensive. My parents are the ones that put the investment into its repair, so it was not something that would have been a major loss if I would have said, you know, that's not really my thing. I think I'm going to take up polka and learn the accordion. Or, you know, they probably would have laughed in my face and told me I'm on my own for that. But there's nothing wrong with it. I'm just saying that's what would have happened. My wife's asking me what was wrong with accordion. There's nothing wrong with accordion. My parents just would not have bought me an accordion to learn. That's all I'm saying. Sorry, Mom. Sorry, Dad. But we all know it's true. Anyway, Kingston guitar, good for a starter. If you can find one on Craigslist or something, don't be afraid. It's an okay purchase, especially if you're willing to maybe put an extra couple bucks into it. That said, don't spend a lot of money. Unless there's just something particularly unique or collectible about it, like it was owned by somebody famous or autographed by someone famous, or it was like some kind of super rare but popular series that's just hard to find. Don't spend a lot of money. That also said, if you're in that beginner range, don't spend a lot of money. You're not going to get your investment back because inevitably you'll get the guitar, you'll say, oh, I don't like this, and then you've sat on it for a few years and nobody wants to give you what you paid for the guitar new when they have to turn around and get it restrung or repaired or both or whatever. But for the beginners, this review is for you. Don't be afraid of secondhand guitars. Kingston, good guitar to learn on. You get to where you can make this thing sound good, and you will make a newer or better quality guitar just absolutely sing. It'll be a thing of beauty, and I will then be looking for your YouTube videos to see how you've come along. But yeah, check it out. Give it a shot. Don't be afraid of secondhand guitars. They can be your friend. They'll save you money. They'll help you learn your basics. And then you can decide, hey, I like this. Or, hey, I don't like this. Or I don't have time for it. Let me find a different hobby. So yeah, that's it. Kingston guitar. Check it out sometime. Thank you for your time. I'm going to play a couple chords on this. And then I will look forward to your comments and your feedback. So I'll give you a little listen so you know what to think. So yeah, there you have it. Just to give you a basic idea. Like I said, I've had this guitar now for 18 years. This guitar had belonged to somebody decades before that. Just a few bucks got it fixed up and playable. And like I said, 2018 now. So I've been playing for a while. Great for beginners. That would be my review. Not for the pros. You're going to want to spend the money and get something better. But beginner, here, secondhand guitars, a good way to go. So thank you for your time. God bless. Rock on.